Any advertising placed on any of my videos is due to third-party content and not of myself. I do not make money off of these videos.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work.
Welcome everybody to the very first Crown teaching here on this very special Rapture Watch. I am very excited to share with you guys these teachings, and for the very first Crown, we are going to talk about the one that I have the most struggle in attaining. It is the Incorruptible Crown. Now, this crown is for how you treat your body. And we all know that we are the temple of God. We house the Holy Spirit of God. And, you know, we don't really realize the privilege that we have. So many prophets, Old Testament prophets, would have the Holy Spirit come upon them and it would leave. It never dwelt and resided inside them like the Holy Spirit does now. So many Jewish people in the homeland right now are yearning for a third temple and hoping that the glory of God would return to a building, and we know that that's never going to happen. The Holy Spirit of God dwells inside of us and seals us until that day of redemption. And so if we really try and wrap our minds around that, it is an extremely amazing gift. And so with the Incorruptible Crown, it's really a great crown to achieve, not only to take care of the body, but to respect the Holy Spirit which dwells inside of us. So it definitely gives us a new perspective on fleshly sin. So when we do any kind of sin, I guess the worst one would be fornication of the body. The Holy Spirit is there. And so that's where we get grieving the Holy Spirit. We do not want to grieve the Holy Spirit of God. We don't wish to do that, and we know that we are sinners. We all have grieved the Holy Spirit, but we must strive to get this crown, not only for our own glory, but to also glorify the Holy Spirit of God that dwells inside of us. And also, for me, I am very bad for junk food. And, obviously being a very overweight man, and putting a lot of garbage inside of my body. And, with a temple, if you have a lot of garbage inside of a place of worship, would you really want to hang out there? Would you really want to reside somewhere that's full of garbage? And so this is a crown I wanted to speak of first, because this is the one that I really feel, for me personally, is one that I have to think about a lot to encourage myself to move forward and to not be so rough on my body. We all sin, of course, but that's why these crowns are here. They're here to give us a place to be encouraged, a place to, a thing to excite us in striving for that crown and to give it to the Lord. Paul says here that he keeps his body in submission and striving for that, and he's not playing any games. He's not just shadow boxing. He is working hard every day, diligently, to strive for this crown. So if you guys want to have more of a reference in regards to the scriptures on the incorruptible crown, we go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9, 24 through 27, and I'll read it here. Know ye not that they which run a race run well, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they that do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we do it for an incorruptible. Therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight, not as I one that beateth the air, but keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So what Paul's saying here is, and when he says castaway, he doesn't mean go to hell, okay? So let's clear that up right here. What he's saying is, these people back in the day, and now for the Olympics, they do all of this exercise and training and stuff for a perishable crown. Back in those days, it was a bunch of leaves shaped in a crown that they'd put on your head, and it would perish away. But we are striving for an imperishable crown, and it is much greater than what these people were going for. And so what he's saying with castaway is disqualified. He doesn't want to be disqualified of this crown. So he keeps his body into subjection. He's not just doing it, he's not playing games is basically what he's saying here. So, yes, that is 1 Corinthians 9, 24, 27. And I'm sorry, when I do read, I'm not very good at reading out loud. So that's going to do it for this very first lesson in the 5 Crowns Bible teaching series. The next one is the crown of rejoicing, and in my personal opinion, I think it is the most important crown to achieve and strive for on a daily basis, and I'll tell you why in that teaching. So thanks guys so much for checking out this, and I hope you like it.